Good morning to all, and thank you for tuning in. To prepare for this video, I imagined myself being in front of an audience, a big audience, 5,000 people or whatever. Um, and and I felt honored to be um, witnessed by so many people, by whatever, it doesn't matter how many people it is, but to be listened to be given attention. Um, and as I was speaking just now, I remembered my an intention that I had earlier that I want during this video. I want to practice speaking more slowly and deliberately at certain points, so that I don't rush things, and so that you can so that the message comes across clearly. I want to start with gratitude. I think that's a good way to start anything, celebrating what we have, including my health and vitality. And I would love to talk. In fact, I might talk more about health and vitality later. Um, and I appreciate plenty of clean water here in southern Ontario, because I know many people in the world don't have access to all of this fresh goodness which comes from the earth. And three, I appreciate accountability coaching, um, just a new kind of AC. I appreciate it even more than air conditioning, even in summertime, because accountability coaching is probably what's helped me, my growth, more than anything else this year. And in fact, I probably wouldn't be on this call if it were not for accountability coaching, because this live was one of my committed actions for this week. And by the way, as I pause here, thinking about my next thing that I want to talk about, I I realize that one of my fears about speaking in front of somebody else, in front of an audience, is the fear of awkwardness in silence. In silence, when when I don't know for sure where I'm going to go next, or if I forget my train of thought. And it doesn't have to be awkward. It is what we think it is. um, yeah, it's just a space, a space to get our bearing, get my bearings, and and also to witness oneself. How do I react to this situation, this so-called awkward situation? How do I react? What feelings come up for me? Where do they come from? But more importantly, um, how do I how do I deal with it? And if I when we make it through something that we dreaded, and then that might be able to carry over into other areas as well. Anyway, yeah, I was gonna. So one of the things I mentioned being grateful for is health and vitality, and I'm going to touch a bit on strategy, and then circle back to why. What's the real deep motivation behind why do we want to be healthy and vital? Why do we want to have lots of good energy and be secure in our bodies? So anyway, some strategies that I have learned to love are taking wheatgrass in the morning. Like first thing that I eat in the morning is often wheatgrass juice powder along with yogurt or kefir, and that's a big boost to my health and vitality. Nutritionally speaking, it's probably my biggest one so far. But that type of thing, those greens, um, that are so rich in goodness. Also, my favorite sport is probably climbing trees without branches, climbing up the trunk of a tree. It's something that it's a very short and intense exercise. Doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes belief. The belief develops over time, and when I reach that, I've finally come to the point where I can pretty much any day I can climb, let's say about 10 feet up on a trunk, and that just feels so good. So I feel solid knowing that I can do that almost every day. Kind of a boost to my confidence and self-esteem, I guess. Obviously because of the bodybuilding that comes with it. And having dealt with a lot of issues around food in my life, um, when I have this muscle, this body that's in good shape, it's just that's kind of a necessary thing for me to have to be fit because so that I feel good about myself, and because feeling good is for me is associated with with eating right and having healthy feelings around eating or not eating, eating or fasting, whatever. Having healthy emotions and thoughts about that domain of my life. So I'm just so grateful for all of the influences I've had about um, getting fit, all the yeah, all the tactics, strategies, and also the motivational people who have influenced me over the years. And I guess I've touched a bit on why it's important to me to be fit. I'm wondering what it is for you. What's your um in the area of health or vitality, what's your motivation? Why do you want to be fit or feeling well or being without pain or looking good? What's your motivation? And what is it? What's the deepest value which when you latch onto it will help you follow through with your routine, with your program, whatever keeps you in shape, in the shape that you believe in. So yeah, for me it's partly my self-esteem, and when I'm yeah, when I'm looking after myself, when I'm following a good eating habits, and exercise habits and also mental habits and sleep habits, then I can live life. I'm more clear in my mind. I'm feeling more secure in myself, and I have more self-esteem. And thus, I'm more available for other people. And instead of being an emotional burden to people, which can probably happen, I know it has happened many times in my life where when I wasn't feeling well in my psyche, I was not a very fun person to be around. I can, yeah, a couple of, or one specific instance comes to my mind where, um, yeah, that was a tough couple of days for people around me to get through. Anyway, so instead of being a drain to people, instead of being a wet blanket to somebody's joy or satisfaction, when I'm caring for my psyche and my overall wellness, then I can be the opposite. I can be a positive influence. That's my that's my intention. So, yeah, and I think the more we get out of ourselves, which I'm just I would say beginning to learn, get out of myself and expand our world more. I My world includes other people being an extension of me, the the more the more sane I am, and the more healthy my choices, and the more considerate, the more inclusive of other people. And of course, that feeds me too because there's a giving and receiving. The better the better I show up, the better I can feed a healthy exchange. And yeah, that's a healthy exchange is probably a good way to put in a nutshell what my intentions are in life. Hmm. Well, thank you for tuning in. This was a good, fun challenge for me to meet. I've never done a live this long, and I've never felt this comfortable doing it. I've also never been this well prepared, but yeah, I'm so grateful for all my teachers, NLP training, and etc. Teachers who have helped me to face those fears and to improve my presentation skills so that there can be a healthy exchange. So anyway, feel free to participate in this conversation in the comments. Let me know what landed for you, how things landed for you, and yeah, I hope to see you later. Remember to subscribe if you want to see more. Bye for now. Have a lovely day.